Have you ever felt so hopeless that you just stopped caring about everything? No movies, no games, no social media, not talking to anyone, just completely withdrawn from your life? That was me. I was sleeping almost 16 hours a day for 3 months straight, and when my sleep was miserable too because my thoughts were haunting me there. In this video, I am going to tell you what I exactly did to get out of that depression. Not generic advice, but what I personally did step by step. My first major depression came after my business failed. I had worked hard for 2 years building it. I did get some clients, but far fewer than I expected, and the business was never profitable. Looking back, I was on the wrong business model at the wrong time. My assumptions were completely flawed, but I was ignorant of that. I kept working harder, thinking results would come if I just pushed enough, without knowing the reality of the situation. When I finally accepted it had failed, I felt like my life was over, like I would never succeed at anything ever again. My mind started replaying everything. What if I had made different choices? What if I had not taken that risk? I started getting tons of comparison thoughts, how others got success because of their right choices, how I took the wrong risk and got failure, how their life is so good and mine is so bad. And the worst part was, it all felt completely logical and true to me. So I never tried to question any of it. I just kept suffering. I was sleeping almost 16 hours a day. When I was not sleeping, I was doing nothing. No work, no movies, no games, no social media. I had completely withdrawn from life. I tried praying, hoping something would auto-fix everything. Nothing worked. Nothing was helping me get over this intense pain. I tried positive thinking too. It was not helpful at all because the logic behind my thoughts actually felt valid to me at the time. After 3 months of nothing changing, I realized something. If I do nothing, this will keep continuing. I researched and found that people stay depressed for years, sometimes more than 5 years, and all because they just continue the status quo. I realized there would be no miracle unless I wanted change. Now here is the strange thing happened that helped me get rid of this depression. After this 3 months of whole depression, I was like bored out of it. See, same feelings, every day same depression feelings, same negative thoughts, same negative behavior, same too much sleeping, same thoughts haunting me. Just I started to stop fearing them. I started to stop worrying about them because every day same thing happening. I was like fully bored out of this depression. Then I decided, it's enough. I started to laugh with myself. What the hell I am doing? Every day the same shit, same feeling. I just stay there watching my depression thoughts coming, going. I decided it's fucking enough. I just want to get rid of this depression forever. Never want to face this again. So finally decide, whatever I will do it. But I just want to get rid of this depression feelings, depression behavior, everything forever. Just get rid from this mess. And this thing shifted to a new life. The first thing I actually did was let go. I let go of the desperate need to fix my career right now. It is okay to not have it figured out yet. Then I let go of everything else too. The desire for a good relationship, good health, good habits, good friends, all of it. I just released all of it at once. And something unexpected happened. I felt lighter, like real heavy weights had been lifted off me. I felt actual relief for the first time in months. But letting go was just the beginning. What was left after that were the distorted thoughts, and those are the what actually need to be fixed directly. This is the real core of getting out of depression. Not positive thinking, not just waiting it out, finding and fixing your distorted thoughts. Distorted thoughts are not just negative thoughts, they are automatic thoughts where your mind changes the perception of events in a negative way, and it feels completely true and logical to you. Because they feel true, you never question them, and that is exactly what makes them so damaging. The distorted thoughts I had looked like this: I should have made different choices. That is why I failed. My parents are stressed because of me. I can't go to family events because everyone will see me as a failure. Everyone else's life is going great and mine is going nowhere. Every single one of those felt completely real and valid. None of them actually were. I started reading books on mental health, trying to find something that really worked. Most were useless, but a few were real gold mines. Through those books, I learned that distorted thoughts, not the life event themselves, are the actual root cause behind depression. The process to fix them was simple. Write down each distorted thoughts, look at what is actually true, what is not, replace the distorted version with what is genuinely true, not forced positivity, just what is actually accurate. Go through them one by one. I did this for each distorted thought I had. Gradually, my depression lifted. Within about a month, most of it was gone. But bad life events do not just create distorted thoughts. They also leave behind wrong perception of the events themselves, which keep feeding guilt, shame, and anxiety long after. So after fixing the distorted thoughts, I went back and corrected how I was seeing the actual events that had happened to me. And the most important thing here is that this doesn't mean forcing yourself to feel positive about bad things. It means finding what is actually true about what happened, not a positive spin, just the truth. When I did this, things that had felt like permanent proof of my failure started to just feel like events that had happened, not verdicts of who I am, just choices I made with the information I had at the time. That freed me from a lot of guilt and shame I had been carrying without even fully realizing it. Once I was stable, I had to start making new decisions, especially about my career, since that was the original trigger. This time I did things differently. Instead of overanalyzing everything with logic, I started trusting my intuition more. Here is why. My logical mind had already shown its limits. I had used logic and analysis to plan my way into a failed business. Logic is good for managing emotions and correcting distorted thoughts. But for big life decisions, my logical mind works with incomplete information and wrong assumptions. Intuition is a different part of the mind. It activates when you are really calm and relaxed. Following it most of the times leads to the right path with the least effort. I started making one decision after another and began rebuilding my life. Now about anxiety. With depression almost always comes anxiety as a byproduct. Depression is mostly about the past, replaying what went wrong. Anxiety is mostly about the future, fear of what might go wrong ahead. Some anxious fears are based on wrong assumptions, same as distorted thoughts. Find those, correct them, and they should go away. But if the same fears keep coming back after you have done that, they may be pointing at something genuinely real in your life that actually needs to change. Anxiety is your mind trying to protect you. The goal is to know when it is showing you something real and when it is running on a distorted script. Even after the depression and anxiety were mostly gone, I was still carrying stress. Stress is much better than depression, honestly, but I wanted to go further. What I found was simple. I just decided what I wanted, trusted it was going to work out, and I stopped obsessing over the how and when and what if. I stopped trying to mentally solve every obstacle in advance. I started just moving forward, dealing with the problems when they actually showed up. Most things I had been dealing turned out to be manageable when I actually got to them. Life got calmer, and I finally felt free. Over the years, I spent a huge amount of time researching on personal development, self-help, our mind, our emotions, to understand what actually works to make lasting changes in people's life instead of temporary motivation or distractions. From my experience, I created few practical tools and systems based on the exact methods that genuinely helped me personally. For example, this is the 20-minute emotional reset tool. Whenever you feel emotionally overwhelmed, anxious, mentally heavy, worried, or emotionally stuck, just open it and follow the process step by step. Within 20 minutes, you will feel emotionally lighter, calmer, and more peaceful mentally. And if you are struggling more deeply with things like depression, anxiety, overthinking, or emotional suffering patterns, check out the Emotional Freedom System. It is a structured digital course designed to help you gradually break those patterns and get back to a calmer, happier, and more emotionally free life. The links are on the description. Go check them out. If you are going through depression right now, let me tell you just one thing. The root cause of all your depression is your distorted thoughts. Not your life events, not your past, not your failures, not whatever others are saying to you. It is your distorted thought. Your mind is generating distorted white negative thinking about all the events you are observing. And this is causing all your depression, all your even anxiety, every negative feelings you are feeling, all in every way root cause your distorted thoughts. So your first thing you need to do is fix your distorted thought, not positive thinking, not accepting everything, not doing anything else, but fixing these distorted thoughts one after one. You can't fix everything just once. Just list them one after one and start fixing them one after one. After your distorted thoughts are fixed, next you need to change the perception of your life events around you as per what is truth. Not need to just think them positively or negatively, but as per what is truth. After doing these two things, you will feel very good feeling inside you, like internal peace. And then you are ready to move on in your life, make new goals. Then this time, don't use your logical mind too much. Be relaxed first, thought free. Then you will become intuitive. Then choose the path which feel good, not feel something wrong, worry, don't go. Choose the path which feel good and just keep going. And eventually, you will fully recover from depression in a new life. And everything start if you decided to not live in this current life anymore and live a new life. Start now.